Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about writing equations of parabolas. So we just want to write the equation of a parabola using the equations of conic sections, like that view of things. Okay, so we're going to have to use this information. We have a focus at -1/2, 0, with the vertex at the origin. So as a reminder, so these are the equations that we're kind of trying to fill in here. And so, okay, if I'm given this information, it's probably helpful to draw a little illustration. So I've been told that my focus is here, -1/2, 0. Here's my focus. And my vertex is at the origin. So what that means is, you know that the parabola opens up around the focus. So you actually get a little bit of information out of this. So the distance from the vertex to the focus, remember, that is equal to our P. So I can pretty easily do the math on this, right? If this is the point 0, 0, and this is the point -1/2, 0, my P is clearly equal to 1/2, -1/2 is what we can say. Okay, so also since I have the vertex, so I'm trying to fill in this equation. So I know that this parabola opens down, so I know I'm going to use this x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. So I know what my vertex is, so this is just going to be x squared equals 4p times y, right? Because my h and my k are going to be equal to 0, 0. And then finally, since I know that my p is equal to 1/2, I can plug that in and I get x squared equals 2y. So that would be the equation of that parabola. Okay, so I've got another one. So I've got the vertex is 4, 3 and the focus is 4, 5. Okay, so I want to recommend that you pause the video here, you try this one on your own, and then you hit play when you think you're ready. Okay, so I've got the vertex is 4, 3, so I just want to draw a little sketch. Okay, so 4, 3, there's my vertex, and I'm going to draw my focus in green, so 4, 5. So I know that my parabola opens up around the focus, right? So obviously this parabola opens up, and so that's going to give me this x minus h squared equals 4p y minus k. And since I know what my vertex is, I can fill that into the equation, right? And now I just have to figure out what is my p. And so this distance, so I can just see from just looking at this, this is going to be my p, this is equal to 2. So the equation then of my parabola, I can just plug in p equals 2. This is going to be y minus 3. So this is going to be x minus 4 squared equals 8 times y minus 3. And so there you go. Okay, so last but not least, so now we have the focus, or we have the vertex and the directrix. So again, I think that you know enough information about this to give this a try. I suggest that you pause the video here, give this a try to find the equation, and then check your work by hitting play. Remember, math is not a spectator sport. This is the best way to learn this, even if you're having some problems with it. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and just plot my information. So I've got 1, 2, there's my vertex, right? And then I'm told that my directrix is here at 4. Oh, it's x equals 4. Sorry, my bad. I read that wrong. Not y equals 4, x equals 4. Here's my directrix. Okay, so that gives me a lot of information now about this parabola, because your parabola always opens away from the directrix, and this distance here is equal to my p, or the absolute value of my p. So this is my distance. So this is a distance of 3. So I can tell now just by looking at this that I have some situation like this. Okay, so thinking about the equations for my parabolas, it's going to be something opening to the left or to the right. Now it's opening up to the left, which tells me that my p ultimately needs to be negative. Okay, it's a whole lot of information, so let's write this down. And sorry if you can hear my puppy barking. The mailman is coming, so it's all hands on deck for her. Okay, so I'm using this equation, right? I can fill in my vertex now. So this is going to be y minus 2 squared equals 4p times x minus 1. And then, like I said, my p is equal to, so this distance, we should really think of this, I guess, as the absolute value of p. So absolute value means distance. This distance here is 3. Since this is opening to the left, so that can only happen if I have a negative somewhere in this. So this is going to be 4 times negative 3 and then x minus 1. So my final equation will be y minus 2 squared equals negative 12 times x minus 1. So if your parabola is opening either to the left or downwards, then you know that your p will ultimately have to be negative. You'll have to put a negative somewhere in that equation. Okay, and so that covers just a couple of examples with that. So I will catch you guys in the next video.